What's up guys, it's Obo and I am here with another Pokemon Draft League video. Your Morpeko United have been invited to the Bandless Battlers League, aka the BBL. The BBL is absolutely stacked this season with a lot of talented coaches that I have not faced in the past and also a lot of friends who I have faced in the past. The Pokemon Draft League is where a group of coaches take turns drafting teams of Pokemon. These Pokemon are tiered with a point system based on how good they are in Draft League. For example, a Pokemon like Chi-Yu would usually be worth around 17 points compared to a Snorlax who would usually be worth around 10 points. In the BBL, Uber Pokemon are allowed. Some of the best Ubers allowed are Pokemon like Calyrex Ice Rider and also Groudon. These Ubers can range from 30 points to 20. For the BBL, high tier Terra is also allowed. Many Pokemon Showdown leagues have already adapted this high tier Terra preview format. I know a lot of people are used to the low tier Terra and Wi-Fi leagues, but high tier Terra has been kind of proven to be the most successful way to deal with Terra. Some of the best Pokemon that are allowed to Terra are Tornadus Therian Form and King Gambit. Since Ubers are allowed, we were allotted 135 points, with 26 points of the total budget being used to draft up to 2 Terra Pokemon. Before we go into my picks, please leave a like and also subscribe. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so it would mean the world to me if you all would help me reach that goal. We were very lucky and got the 4th overall pick in the draft. When the pick rolled around to me, the monster Groudon was still there. Groudon has amazing stats with 150 attack, 140 defense, and a respectful 90 speed. This mon has access to the move Precipice Blades that is a 120 base physical ground type attack that hits insanely hard. Groudon also has the ability Drought that upon switch in summons Sunny Day. Groudon also has access to Stealth Rock, Spikes, Will-O-Wisp, and many different coverage moves such as like Thunder Punch. It can run Eruption in the Sun, Solar Beam. I am beyond excited to use this crazy of an Uber this season. A Pokemon that I wanted to pair with Groudon was a very strong Terra Pokemon that was also able to abuse the sun that Groudon is able to summon with its ability. So there were a couple options here. I could have taken Terra Walking Wake, but I decided to take Terra Raging Bolt. This Pokemon is looked at as one of the best Terra Pokemon allowed. With the Photosynthesis ability, I can boost my highest stat by 1.3, but if it is speed, I can boost it by 1.5 when the sun is up, or I can also hold the booster energy item. Raging Bolt is insanely bulky with 125 HP, 91 defense, and 89 special defense. Raging Bolt also has a monstrous 137 special attack and a decent 75 speed. This Pokemon could be a setup sweeper with Calm Mind. It can also be bulky AV. It can be a pivot bot with Volt Switch, and also gets access to the priority move Thunderclap. This is basically a special type electric type move, Sucker Punch. With Terra, I can become any type, and I can really just wall a lot of the Uber Pokemon allowed, or just become an offensive threat with Terra Dragon or Terra Electric. With the next pick, I also really wanted to find something to help me deal with the setup moves that come with the Ubers. Also, if Pokemon can check Groudon, it probably cannot deal with my next pick. I decided to pick up Screamtail. I might have been reaching a little bit round through Screamtail in an Ubers League, but this Pokemon was not making it back to me if I decided to pick something else. Screamtail brings a lot to the team with his insane bulk of 115 HP, 99 defense, and 115 special defense. The cool thing about Screamtail is that it also has 111 speed. So being a very speedy, bulky mon, having access to the Photosynthesis ability, meaning I can boost my speed and outspeed a lot of setup threats and just really neutralize them with Thunder Wave. I can encore them into the setup moves. I can also pair Song. This Pokemon just really can neutralize a lot of the setup threats and also just be a bulky threat because I can be I can boost my special defense, my speed, and really just wall a lot of Pokemon or outspeed them and lock them into a move with Encore or T-Wave them and make their speed halved. This Pokemon also has access to the move Wish, which with its HP stat, I can really boost fat wishes to Groudon or any of my other picks and help keep them healthy. Next, I wanted to take one of my favorite Pokemon to use here recently in Draft League, in Rillaboom. Rillaboom adds a lot for the team with its Grassy Surge ability. Upon switch in, Rillaboom summons Grassy Terrain. In Grassy Terrain, certain ground moves are nerfed in power, such as Earthquake, Bulldoze, and Magnitude. Also, Grass type moves are boosted, so the 125 attack that Rillaboom brings to the table being boosted with Wood Hammer and Grassy Terrain is just absolutely insane. Rillaboom also gets access to the move Grassy Glide, which did get nerfed this generation. It's a 55 base power physical type grass type move, but it has priority, so it always moves first, and in Grassy Terrain it gets boosted anyway, so it just hits super hard. I'm very excited to use this Pokemon again because it just has so many sets that can help support the team or just win with Swords Dance Bulk Up. It can be Choice Banded, it can be Assault Vest Bulky, it can be a Leftovers Leech Seed set. just because in grassy terrain you also gain HP back. So it's like if you're leftovers plus grassy terrain plus getting Leech Seed, you're gaining so much health back. Another favorite of mine was still on the board when round 5 came rolling around. I decided to take Sneasler. This Pokemon has access to the very broken move in Dire Claw. It is an 80 base poison type physical attack that has a 50% chance to either sleep, poison, or paralyze the target. Sneasler also has access to the Unburden ability. This ability doubles Sneasler's speed when its item is lost. So I can run Grassy Seed Sneasler, which boosts my defense upon switching to grassy terrain, while also doubling my speed. This mon can be a pivot bot with Poison Touch U-turns as well. Choice Scarf Sneasler is used a lot. Banded just hits super hard as well. With 130 attack and 120 speed, I am ready to overwhelm my opponents with this Pokemon. Next, I really wanted a bulky pivot that could help with some of the Ubers while also being able to get rid of hazards. I also really needed a Dark type because Psychic types just absolutely beat this team outright. So I took Mandibuzz. This Pokemon has great bulk and more importantly access to the move Defog. Defog gets rid of all hazards on the field, which does suck if I do decide to set up Stealth Rocks and Spikes because Screamtail gets access to Stealth Rocks and Groudon gets Spikes and Stealth Rocks. But if I decide not to run Hazard Stack and I really need to get rid of hazards on my side, I can run Defog. Mandibuzz also gets access to Knockoff, which removes a Pokemon's item, Foul Play, Toxic, Roost, and Whirlwind. Mandibuzz helps my team a lot with handling setup sweepers by being able to live a few hits and whirlwinding them out, or even clicking Toxic to start chipping away at their HP. Looking at my team, I can switch into ground types pretty well, but I really wanted a bulky water to be able to deal a lot of damage to them while also taking the hits. So I picked up Milotic. This Pokemon has been looked down upon this generation because it lost access to the move Toxic. That's why Mandibuzz was a big pickup for me, because it still has access to the move Toxic, while a lot of Pokemon lost access. So it also gained the momentum move Flip Turn, which is a water attack that it's basically a water U-turn with less base power. I think Milotic will do amazing for us this season because of its bulk and being able to haze away all stat changes. Also, getting access to the move Recover will help keep Milotic healthy. Marvel Scale also, if I am burned or statused or whatever, it boosts my defense. So my special defense is already super high, but I can also boost my physical defense as well and just really wall a lot of Pokemon. Next, I really needed something to help deal with fairy types, so I picked up Hisuian Goodra. This Pokemon with the Steel Dragon typing is neutral to fairy type attacks, but also it deals insane damage with the Steel typing. Goodra Hisui is insanely bulky, can run a lot of setup sets with Curse or Acid Armor to boost defense. Curse sets up or boosts attack and defense. It can also simply run Assault Vest with its monstrous 150 special defense stat and eat any special hits thrown its way. This Pokemon also has a decent attack stats with 100 physical attack and 110 special attack, so it really won't be a setting duck, and even if Pokemon decide to set up on me, I can Dragon Tail them away and get rid of those stat changes. I had very little points left at this point in the draft, so I decided to go for more bulk over speed. I took Porygon 2. Since Porygon 2 isn't a final evolution, I can run the Eviolite ability and boost its defense and special defense by 1.5 times. And with this, I can really eat as many hits as possible. This Pokemon also gets access to a wide variety of coverage moves, paired with 105 special attack and abilities that can boost my special attack. This Pokemon also is not going to be a setting duck. I can eat hits and do a lot of damage back. P2 also gets access to support moves such as Recover and Thunder Wave, so I can help support my team in lowering my opponent's speed and also just fully paralyzing those Pokemon, and I can also recover to keep the Porygon 2 healthy. With my last pick, I had 1 point left. I saw a Pokemon that I can definitely see coming at some point in Banette. This mon isn't the best, but for a 1-pointer, it hits like a truck and also gets access to good abilities in Frisk and Cursed Body. It also gets good support moves in Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Wave. I can also be a Destiny Bond set. I really just wanted a Ghost type that could Shadow Sneak for a lot of damage because it does have 115 attack, and a Choice Band of Shadow Sneak from Banette is not going to not hurt. Like that's definitely going to hurt to Pokemon that are weak to Ghost. Banette just gets also access to Swords Dance, so I can run a lot of sets with Banette. For a 1-pointer, I feel like it's a pretty good steal. Overall, I like my team for the season of the BBL. It has a lot of hard-hitting attackers while also having a lot of bulk and support for my team. In the comment section down below, please let me know what your favorite Pokemon that your Morpeko United have drafted this season. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please leave a like and also subscribe. Also check out all of the other BBL coaches in the description down below. A lot of stat coaches. I'm very nervous, but your Morpeko United will do well this season. Look forward to uploads every Sunday for more BBL content. But yeah, that'll be it for me, guys. Hope you all have a great day.